Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about a Harvard department chair arrested and charged with concealing ties to China right after this.
Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair.
Alright, welcome back. So apparently there was a doctor at Harvard University who has been charged with concealing and basically selling the coronavirus to China. So let's take a look at that, shall we?
We're here today to announce 3 separate cases highlighting the ongoing threat posed by Chinese economic espionage and research theft in the United States.
Federal investigators at the Lexington home of 60-year-old Dr. Charles Lieber today, moments after his arrest at his Harvard office.
The complaint alleges that Dr. Lieber signed a contract with the Chinese university in Wuhan and was paid up to $50,000 per month, plus up to $158,000 in living expenses.
The chair of Harvard's chemistry department, he also allegedly received more than $1.5 million to set up a research lab in China, all while working at Harvard and receiving multiple research grants from the U.S. Department of Defense and National Institutes of Health. Also charged today, 2 Chinese nationals, 29-year-old Yang Qingyi, who worked as a scientific researcher at Boston University,
who failed to mention on her visa application that she is also a lieutenant with the People's Liberation Army.
30-year-old Zhaozong Zhang worked on cancer research at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center.
For trying to smuggle vials of biological material out of the United States to China and lying about it to federal investigators.
Now, Lieber is due back in court Thursday. He's currently behind bars. He could face up to 5 years in prison if convicted. And Harvard does tell me he's currently on paid administrative leave. Meantime, Harvard, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and BU are all cooperating with authorities.
Well, we kind of suspected that anyway. This virus is not something that was natural by any means. And we have a lot of people out there who know that there's something better to the story, something bigger to the story than what they're telling us. And while this might be a false flag to pin the tail on the patsy, I'm not surprised, honestly. That Harvard trash, I don't trust them. No, I just don't. You heard he was paid. You heard there were 2 people that were associated with the Chinese army. I mean, it makes sense. But again, we could go back to Oswald, Kennedy. You know, somebody's got to be the patsy. I think it goes bigger than this. I think he's the one that's just taking the fall. I'm not surprised because, again, if you look at Agenda 21 and 2030, and also I did want to mention for all you snowflakes out there who decided to report my other video about coronavirus and Agenda 21 and 2030, seek life elsewhere. If you can't handle the truth, or you don't want to hear what my opinion is, or what other people are thinking, then go soak yourself in some CNN. Nobody cares about your feelings. Nobody wants to hear about your snowflake liberal opinion. You can stop reporting videos. Okay? Nobody cares about YouTube's leftist views. All we care about here is finding out the truth. If you are so dim that you believe that this virus just popped out of a bat's ass and ended up in some soup, and now all of a sudden the world is dying, well, you're dim. You really are. So, there you have it. Snowflakes, the news reported it. This guy was arrested for dealing with China, And the two idiots trying to smuggle stuff out of the country to China got caught. And when I talk about Agenda 21 and 2030 and how that plan is associated with what's going on today, and you get offended, I can't help you. But when you finally do realize that I am telling the truth, and it's too late, don't get on YouTube crying for help. Oh my God, what am I going to do? You're going to board the train because I'm not helping you, neither is anyone else. You saw right here that somebody was picked up, although I find it funny that it happened so fast. Again, I think this guy's a patsy. That's my opinion. I think the government is trying to satisfy a lot of the beliefs from people that this thing was a weapon. And now they got to pin it on somebody. And it has to be American in order for people to believe the story. Just like they did with Kennedy. Oswald. Well, everyone believed it. But they didn't have the internet back then. There's so much out there. It's unbelievable. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this story. Until next time.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.